Okay, recording is also started now. So make sure you have marked the attendance. You can mark this later as well. So today's topic is going to be about class in object-oriented programming. So let us discuss about what is class and what is object first. So here, for example, class is similar to a blueprint for anything. So for example, if person wants to bake a cake, he will refer to the recipe of the cake. So that recipe of the cake, it will be just like a blueprint, and there will be different methods to prepare a cake. So here, this recipe is nothing but the blueprint. It will be called as class. So there can be different types of cake, cake with icing, cake without icing. So that is totally dependent on what the person wants to bake. So the recipe of cake is nothing but it will be called as the class. So one more example of class I will give you. Similar to that blueprint, for example, as soon as I say person, you might think of a person having these attributes. So a class person, he might have some properties, some inherent properties like name, age, gender, and occupation. These are his inherent properties. These are called as attributes of a person class. These are the attributes, name, age, gender, and occupation. Similarly, a class has different methods or functionality. So person might have walk, eat, sleep, and work. So these are different functions of the class person. So this is one relatable example I am giving to you. We will also create one class, and what is class and object dot, that also I will tell you. So I will tell you what is the one more example. Let us say I am having a box class. What are the attributes of this box class now? A box, a rectangle has side width and side length and color. Let's say this class I have created. It has side length and color. So these are two different instances which I have created. So these instances, so class means it is just a general example. So as soon as I say box, a bigger picture of box might be inside your head. Box means rectangle. So box is just like a rectangle. It has length, width, and height. So, but if you say talk about a specific rectangle with specific length, 3, so 3 is the length of this square. Specific square if I talk about. So side length is 3, each side length, and color of this square is blue. So this becomes one instance. This is also called as object of the class box. So this is object of the class box. Similarly, one more box if I talk about, if I speak about an individual box. So let's say side length 5 and color is red. So this becomes object of the class box. So class is just like a blueprint. It has some inherent attributes. These are nothing but properties of this class, and some different functionalities a class can have. So I will explain this. Then you can also create like this. So animal class can have three different classes. It can have dog class, cat class, and cow class. If you speak about a specific dog, it becomes object of the class dog. Specific cow, object of the class cow. So this is just like a blueprint. And if you speak about individual object, so for example, let's say I created one more class which is called as car. So I know car has 4 wheels, one steering, and so a bigger picture will be there inside your head. So I know how a car looks like. So if I speak about an individual car, now for example, brand Audi, price 1 crore, and color is white. So this is an individual car. So this becomes object of the class car. Similarly, this brand BMW, price 1.5 crore and color red. So this BMW, it becomes object of the class car. And brand Bugatti, so price 2 crore and color of the car is black. So these are all the objects which are created in the class car. So this is about your classes. So first of all, we'll discuss already. You had already discussed this in Python, but you are just not knowing about this. So just a second. So here we will first of all discuss what different class you had studied inside Python. So classes. So whatever variable you create here in Python, that will be considered as object. So class in OOP or object oriented programming. So here, whatever I create is an object. For example, if I create this a variable, a is equal to 4.5. This is an object. Now you tell me what is the type of this variable a? Correct, float. So if I print this one, no, it will show like this. If I print this, so see, this is showing as class float. So which means that this object or variable, you can call this as object or variable, but in object oriented programming, it will be called as an object. So the object A belongs to which class? Float. I can say like this. Similarly, if another variable, if I take 57, and if I check, if I print the type of this variable B, what is the type of this variable B this time? Integer. So yes, so object B belongs to the class integer. So already we had studied, and then similarly, let's say C is equal to ETL hive. So if I write C and if I print type of C, this is going to be which data? String. Correct, string. It is going to be a string. This belongs to the class string. Similarly, let's say I create one more D is equal to false. So yes, this will belong to the class boolean. If I check type of this D variable, this will belong to the class is boolean here. So different functionalities you might have for a string. For example, this just example I'm showing. So if you want to check different functions inside the string data type, so write like this, simply directory of class string. So here if you see, whatever I'm getting, this is also considered as whatever input I'm getting, this is also object. Whatever output I'm getting, that is also considered as an object in the object oriented programming. This is also object itself. So here if I see directory of the string, so there are different functions inside the string class. So for example, one simple function I will show you how to get the upper index and lower index. So here all the letters are, some of the letters are capital, some of them are small. What if I want to convert all of them in lower case or small letters? So I can convert with help of c dot lower. So this is how you write a function inside the class. So c dot lower, as soon as I execute, I'm getting all the letters in this small case. Similarly, another method c dot upper. So as soon as I execute, all the letters case will become capital. So these are nothing but the functions, lower and upper. These are all the functions of class string. So these are all the functions. These functions underscore add underscore no. These are called as dunder function. Most of the time it is not used in the coding. So in practical coding, these functions we are not going to use. As a data scientist, it is not, and it is not a good practice to use these dunder functions inside your code. Always make use of these functions only. Whatever these functions are there, make use of these functions which are not having any underscore. So dunder functions we are not going to use inside a class. So this was one example. Also, you had seen about some data frame. One data frame I will import. So first of all, data frame example. So here I will import. So first of all, I will import OS. Then OS dot change directory I can apply. Let's say I go into this E /datasets. I will execute this. Then I will import pandas as PD. So make use of tab here. I have all my data sets in which directory? In E directory, I have created folder, and inside this I have. So this datasets folder contains all my datasets. So here import pandas as PD, then data frame. So here, if you have saved that in D drive, just type your own path, respective path you need to type. So if you have that folder in D drive, type that D drive path. Then df is equal to pd.read_csv. So let's say I want to read 50 startups. So after that, if I check this df, so this is my 50 startups data frame. So this data frame, it is also going to have some. So first of all, I will print the class of this data frame. So if you check this data frame, so print type of the data frame, type of df, if I check, it will show me as, so pandas.core frame data frame. Finally, it is showing us data frame like this. So this df belongs to the class pandas core frame data frame. So data frame class it belongs to. So this was about my data frame. So it has some inherited properties. So attributes, if you want to fetch now. So whenever you want to fetch attributes, so see, it is not having any round bracket. For example, if I want to get how many rows and how many columns are there, I have the attribute called as df.shape. As soon as I execute, so here have I written any round bracket here? So if you write it round bracket, it will throw an error. This is an attribute. It is not a function of class data frame. So shape, it shows as 50 rows, 5 columns. This is the shape of data frame. Then what if I want all the column names? Apply simply df.columns. So these are the R&D, administration, marketing, state and profit. These are my column names. Now, what if I want all the row indexes 0 up to 49? So just apply indexes, df.index. If you apply, by default, it will show you this range index. If you want to see that in list, just convert it into list of df.index. If I apply, so it will give starting from 0 up to 49. This is my index list. So here list is also one of the class, list, tuple, whatever variable you are creating, that is class. So here I have this shape, columns, index, and one more attribute you had, data type. So each and every column is going to have a fixed data type in pandas. So here state is the only column which is having text, other all columns are float type in this case. So that attribute also you can check with help of df.dtypes. So these are all the attributes of class data frame. So these are the attributes of your class data frame. Then what if I want to perform different functions in this? Say, let's say I want to apply some filtering operation. So I have different functions. So below are functions, or also called as methods in class data frame. Already we had discussed some of the functions. If I want to fetch the startups with profit more than 1.5 lakhs, say. So simply I can apply df.query. Query is one of the function now, or also you had seen one more function actually, df.info. So this will give me all the details of the data frame. So R&D, admin, marketing, state. So what are different entries? What are different columns? So how many null values are there? That also you'll get, and all the data types. So info here is what? It is a function. It is not attribute of my class data frame. It is just a function, or also called as method. So similarly, what if I want to fetch all the startups whose profit is more than 1.5 lakhs? So simply apply query, df.query, profit is greater than 1.5 lakhs. Just write this query, it will give you the respective result like this. So query is also one of the function which belongs to the class data frame. So you can apply this function on any data frame. So it is not necessary. It is only for df object. This df object, it is not. You can apply these functions for any object of the data frame class. And similarly, you had seen sort function. So let's say I want to df dot sort this value, sort underscore values, then by is equal to, let's say, so I want to sort this values according to R&D budget, let's say, or let's say administration budget, and ascending equal to false. So this will just arrange my data from highest administration spend to lowest administration spend. You had also seen group by functionality here. So df dot group by. So these are different functionalities. By is equal to state, let's say, and from this I want, let's say, dot average profit. I want average of profit. If I see, this is the average profit by state. This is how I can get. So this is nothing but, this is group by is also one of the function. So this is clear what are attributes and what are functions. This is clear to all of you. Okay. Attributes are just inherent properties whenever you create a class. These are inherent properties, and functions are so some extra operations you want to do on that class. Those are my functions. So for example, this cake example, if I told you, so a cake, if you want to say, it might have some inherent properties like flavor. If you added chocolate in that, flavor of the cake will be chocolate. So you know this is a chocolate flavored cake. So that is an attribute. It is an inherent property of that cake. And here, if I want to perform some methods, if I want to add some more extra layer of icing, so that becomes what? It becomes an extra method. So that extra layer of icing, it can be any layer. It can be layer of vanilla, layer of strawberry. It can you can add. So that is dependent on you. So that becomes like a method for preparing the cake. So this is about your classes. So this is clear to everyone up to here. Okay. Now let's see. Now what if I want to create my own class? How can I create in Python?
Any other example you can give for the attributes, sir?
Already we have, so see in data frames only most of the time we will be able to see, but in series also you will be able to see that. In Pandas series, if I try to create one series example, no. So see, I will create one simple series. So let's say A is equal to PD dot, this time I am creating series. And I will provide some list 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you see A, this will be considered as a series, or I will give some different A, B, C, D. So here, series will also have same thing, A dot shape if you check. So series is having, but this time series is never going to have number of columns. A series will contain only one single column. Series will have only one value. So it will show like this 4 comma. This is the attribute of series. If you see, if you check type of A, it will be series. See, this is Pandas core series. So if you check here also, it will be able to show D types. Just like data frame, it will be showing D type. So this is data type. O stands for object here in this case. So short form, it is object here. So this was about my attribute. Also, if I want to get this specific value from the series. So what is the, so here actually that won't be attribute, that is specific value from that series. So same things you will be able to do. I have shape, data type, and also I can have, so here series name, actually if you have not given, it will not show anything. So I think a dot name of the series is there, I think. So here currently I have not named this series anything. So if you want to name this series, so I can add a name to this series class name. Let's say this is an I'm giving this series name as an example. So as soon as I execute now, here what it is showing name of this series is what? Example. So if I check the name of this series now, this name of this series is example. So just like data frame, this is also having all the attributes. And if you want to sort this, here also you can sort same, just like similar to data frame it will be. So here, these are the attributes and any function if you want a dot simply apply sort values. So this is a function. Sort values is a function. I think you can also check info here as well. So sorry, here info is not applicable to series. So a dot sort values I will show. Then ascending, this time it is a series, it is a single column. So I can apply ascending equal to false. See, it will arrange my data in ascending order like this. So this is a function of class series. So this is clear to all of you. Okay, so already we have seen all of these attributes and the functions. So these are inbuilt classes with their attributes and functions. So now let's see. So use of dunder function, we don't use the dunder function. It is used in internal coding. It is not our goal to use that. Anything if you use in dunder function, no, it might change the functionality of that class. So we don't use this dunder function. That is not our purpose. So we'd never use this dunder functions. So it is used for internal coding of that class. Whatever class is there for its internal coding that is used. So we don't
What
use
is
that one.
dunder function?
So this underscore I had told no. So pay attention here. I have already told this dunder function. This underscore is here no. These are called as dunder functions. Other functions are your normal functions. So it is not used in your coding. I have told you. So this should not be used. It is used for that internal coding of this class. So we are not going to use those functions. So practically, and it is a bad practice to use these functions. Even if you use those functions, no, it is not considered good practice in Python. So we avoid using these functions. So remember here also I will write functions which are written as like this underscore. So functions written underscore some function name underscore. These are dunder functions. These are used in internal code of the class. So it is a bad practice to use dunder functions directly. It may affect the internal code as it may affect the internal coding of class. So never use these dunder functions inside your Python code. It is a bad practice to use that. Always make use of any normal functions you are seeing. These are the normal functions. Here I have not, here it is not showing any underscore at start and underscore at end. So you can use this function z fill upper translate. All of these functions you can use. So that is totally fine. So we are not going to use, that will be not our work. So if you are a Python, if you are working specifically on Python, no, some Python internal coding, if you are working, then if you use, then that is fine, but that is not our work. Data scientist will not work on that internal Python coding. That is not our work. So this was about your functions. So let's see now how to create your own function. So let's say I want to create one function called as person class. So let's create this similar person class. Person has attributes name, age, gender, and occupation, and he has some functionalities. He can have one functionality or multiple functionalities. So that is totally dependent on you. So I will create one simple class here. So here I am first of all, I am going to add one keyword class. So class is the keyword here, and name of the class you can give any person, then colon. So here also, if required, you can add a doc string to this class. You can add doc string to every class, and then whenever you want to provide these attributes, no, these attributes I want to provide. For that, I have to create a function that is called as constructor function. So constructor function to define the attributes I need to create. So this will be the first function for any class always. So it should be named exactly the same, underscore underscore unit underscore underscore. So this is also what? This is a dunder function here. This is a dunder function inside my class person init underscore underscore init. So we are never going to use this in a practical scenario. So directly we are not going to use this init function. So here this is just for defining the attributes of my class person. So self.name is equal to name. So I need to write whenever I write an attribute, no. So see how I am writing whenever for a class. I am writing like this: a dot shape, a dot dtype, or a dot name. So I am writing this object dot attribute. Then again object dot attribute. Like this I am writing. So that object is nothing but it is called as self here in Python. So that object is self. So I am writing here self dot name. So self dot self, whatever object you have created. Let us say you have created a person in and stored that in variable a. So a is equal to person and you have stored. So if you write a dot name, that will show the name of that person. Then a dot age will be age. Self dot gender is, so self points to the whatever object you have created. So whatever object you have created, that will be my self. So remember, whenever you have created the classes, no, you need to always add that self object. So self you need to always add inside these functions for classes. Otherwise function, this class will not work properly. So I have added self.name equal to name, self.age equal to age, gender equal to gender, and occupation, self.occupation equal to occupation. This is my constructor function stored as like this itself. Double underscore init, double underscore. This is how I write my constructor function. So this will be constructing my class. Then I can define. So let's say I have a method called as talk for this person. So talk or introduce or any function I can add talk, and always, even if you don't want to take any inputs here, so I can add the attribute talk self. So if I write this talk now, it should show with f string, hi there, my name is self dot. So the name of this class is stored in what? Self dot name. So self dot name. Then age, my age is self dot age. I am gender, I am male or female, that it will show. So I am self dot gender, and I work as a whatever his occupation, HR, data scientist, accountant. This will be stored in my self dot occupation. So these are the attributes of my class. These are the attributes, and talk is the function of this class. Function, it is a user defined function or method. So
Sir, what will be the proper definition of constructor if you
So constructor, it is nothing but it consists attribute of that class. Simply I can say constructor is used for defining attribute of the class. So just you don't need to remember bookish definition. Just whatever concept you know, no, just you can talk about that. So bookish definition is not required for any of these methods. So here let's create this similar class. So I'm going to add only one function here. You can also add multiple functions. So here, this is my creating user defined classes. user defined class. Let me write that class name only. So this similar type of class I am going to create here. So the person object has attributes name, age, gender, and occupation. So here I am going to create a class here first. Class, and you can give the name to the class. So class person. Then add colon. If any doc string is required, you can also add. So this class defines a person. So this class defines a person. So you can also add doc string. This is optional. It is not compulsory. Even if you don't write, it is going to work fine. But if required, you can make use of this doc string. Then first function is always going to be a constructor function for your class. Whenever you create any class, now this function should always be there. So I am writing underscore double underscore. It should be always double underscore init double underscore. Exact name it should be for constructor class for any class. So then self I need to create. This points to the object of my class person. So self, what properties a person has? Name, age, gender, and occupation. So I will just add those properties: name, age, gender, and occupation. These are the properties. Then colon, I will write self dot name is equal to name. Self dot age is equal to age. Self dot gender is equal to gender. So constructor function is just for defining the attributes of that class. Self dot occupation equal to occupation. So let me create one method here. First method, I can create introduce, define introduce. So here introduce, you should always add self if any other attribute is not there. And here, so define introduce self. If required here also, for each function, you can add this function will introduce the person. You can write docstring in all of these functions. So in any of this function, you can write that docstring as well. That is also correct itself. So it is optional. Even if you don't write, code is going to work fine. So once this is done, I'm going to add print. So first of all, I want to print hi there. My name is, so it will be stored in self dot name. Then similarly print with f string. Then I am currently, so self dot age years old. Then third statement person is saying, so I am a male or female. So that I want to write here. So self dot gender. I work as, I work as a self dot occupation. So let's say I want to create. So this is one function. You can create multiple functions actually here. So let's say I want to create define work. Let's say it takes attribute self and one more attribute it is taking. So at which company he is working or company where he is working. Let's say this I am taking. Now this time this company attribute, this belongs to which function? Work. So directly you can call this company inside work. So here docstring is optional. So this function docs out work of person. So here simply I'm going to print here. Let's say self dot name works at. So this time I need not write self dot company. Is company the attribute of this class person here? No. Here that I need to provide as an input to my work function. So works at company. Directly I can write like this company. So here I have not defined company as attribute. That I need to pass as value inside this work function. So you can keep on creating multiple function. So that is totally dependent upon you. So this is my person class. So this is clear to all of you how to define a class. Okay. So then let us see. Let us see next thing. So let us say how to create this P1 is equal to person class I can prepare. So person, and here if you press shift tab now, no, it will show this whatever I have written here, that will be shown as docstring. So this class defines a person. So what attributes it requires? So this is called as init signature or your constructor signature. So person, name, age, gender and occupation. So first I will provide the name of the person, Utkarsh, let's say. Then I require age of the person, so 29, and then gender, male, and occupation, let's say data scientist. So as soon as I create this person class, if you see P1 now, by default it will be showing us. So this is that class name, and this is showing a memory location here by default. This is showing me a memory location. Here this class person P1 object is stored. So the P1 object belongs to the class person. You can also check print type of the class P1. Yes, if you see this, here it will show as underscore underscore main means what? The class is in your current file. Underscore underscore main means current file. So I will just write here what that underscore underscore main means. Underscore underscore main underscore underscore means current file that is open. So here let me write that escape character actually. Okay. So underscore underscore main means current file that is open. So in this file I have created the class person. So in this current file only I have that class person. So now for person I can check different attributes. If I want to check name of the person, I will simply write p1.name. So name of the person is Utkarsh. Then if I want age of the person, p1.age, I can get age. If I want gender of the person, I can show this is the gender of that person. And finally, occupation of the person, just write p1.occupation. So this is data scientist. So these are the individual attributes of the class person. Now, what if I want to check this different functions? So introduce function. So if simply if I write p1.introduce, this will give me all the details about the person, his name, age, gender, and occupation, all the details it is going to print here. So as soon as I execute this function, so it will show, hi there, my name is Utkarsh, I am currently 29 years old. I am a male and I work as a data scientist. Here it is showing like this. Now, once this is done, you can also check the work function now. So this is one function. Now, if you press shift tab on this introduce as well, no? So it will also show this function will introduce the person. This is the docstring. Whatever you have written inside this triple quotes, no, it will show you there if you press shift tab. Also with help of, so if I write like this as well, help on person. So this is related to my person. So all the details it will show you about the function. So method defines there these are the method. So initialize self. So introduce this function will introduce the person. Work, this function talks about work of the person. All details about this person class you will be able to get. What functions are there? All details you will be able to get here. So once I have done introduce now, I can also check this work. So work requires one more attribute you need to provide, company. So let me write p1.company. So my current company p1.work. So here, if I press shift tab, I need to provide only one attribute, that is company. So company, you can directly provide as well here ETL Hive. Currently it is ETL Hive. So Utkarsh works at ETL like this it is writing. Let's say if I changed my job, so at different company, let's say TCS. So now it will change to Utkarsh works at TCS. Like this, it can show. So this is how you can create different functions. So you can also create multiple variables here. This is one variable I have created. You can create another variable. P2 is equal to, again same I can create. So P2 is equal to, I will call person class. And here also, if I don't want to give this in any order, what I can do is, let us say first I want to give occupation. So I will write this keyword occupation equal to, let us say HR. Then let's say I want to write name of the person next. Name is equal to, let us say Aditi. Then next, let's say I want to define age of the person. Age equal to, let's say 27. And then I want to add, let's say gender. Gender I want to add last. So if in any sequence you want to give, you can give that. Just make use of these keywords. So gender equal to female here. So here, same things I can check. I can check all the attributes. P2.name, it will give me the name. P2 dot, if I want the age of the person, I can get age. I want to get occupation, I can get that occupation, and P2 dot. So I want to finally get gender as well. That will also show. Similarly, for this object P2, this will also be belonging to the same class person. If you check type of P2, it will be belonging to. So underscore in my current file, it belongs to the person class. And here, I can also check P2 dot introduce. So this will show introduce the details for Aditi. So whatever object you have created, it will show the details for that respective class like this. So similarly, I can also write her about work. P2 dot work. Let's say this time she works for Infosys. So Aditi works at Infosys currently. So this is how you can create the class. So it is very easy to create your classes. See, in this case, let's say you are creating some database of some different person, and what you can do is define each person as a class. So each person you can define as a class in your website. So the website will be very easy to maintain. So if any updates are there on your website, what you need to do is just update that class blueprints. You can update that class blueprints and your website code will get automatically updated. So this code becomes easier to maintain because I know. So class, it has a proper structure. I know first function will always going to be a constructor function. So I have this proper structure for this class. So and make sure this indentation is proper here. See, every define I have written here. This is an indentation here. Then whenever I'm writing next function, no, if I want to write a new function, I need to give only one single backspace. Then write define whatever function you want. Write like this. So make sure to give proper indentation here. So for new function, just go one indentation backward. So this is about my person class. So this is clear to everyone. So this was one simple example. Practical example I will tell you after this. So first of all, perform up to here, then type done in chat. So if any queries you are having, you can ask me now.
Hello.
Yes, so here that dunder function is used, but I'm not going to. So see this inbuilt dunder function. I'm not going to make use of init function. Did I call that init function here? P2 dot underscore underscore init. So that dunder function, I'm not going to use in application of that function. That is just used for defining the attributes of function. So I'm sharing this file up to here. So perform this practical and type done in chat. One practical application also I will show you for the classes. So once complete, type done in chat. So if any queries you are having, just ask me now. हाँ
Actually, मला मागच्या क्लासची क्वेरी
हाँ yes you can ask me. Just a second. हाँ हाँ okay.
हा मला पर्टिक्युलर फंक्शन काय यूज
So that which function this
दिस वन रिटर्न
हाँ ये return का फक्त हे वापरायचं. So what input function I have taken here? What is name of input function here? func I have written. So that only I will call again. So input function it should give that output, right? Whatever this input function is there, that output should be provided back to the individual. So that function I'm just calling here. That function has username and some its whatever its argument and keyword are.
ह्याच्यामध्ये पासवर्ड
So password why we are not writing here? Because for protection purpose. Is password public? Password is not public. That is known only to you. That is why I have not written password here. That will be considered as arguments or keyword arguments. So what happens by that is your username anyone cannot access. Sorry, not your username. Username they can access, but password they will unable to access directly if they want. So no one be able to access your password for security purpose. I have written that code like that.
कारण हे
हा.
मला लॉजिक नाही कळलं
Logic. So
हे
function
रिटर्न
this should so see decorator function it should apply on which function? It should apply on any function which you create. It should be applicable to any function. So any function whenever you create one simple function add. So example I'm telling. So if you created any one function add or multiply. So there whatever attributes you take, it can be a, b, x, y, any arguments or any a function can have arguments and keyword arguments. So that function. So first of all, I will take the username from the function. So a username just for authentication purpose I'm taking as password. So username I'm taking as input from that function. And after that I will also take the password from that user. So password will be considered in that arguments and keyword arguments. So password will be considered as an if I write username equal to whatever username, password will be in what keyword argument. So then finally, so function how do you call any function? If I write add function, add 3, 4 I can write, right? Like that. So those are arguments or keyword arguments. So or you can write add a is equal to 3, b is equal to 4. Those can be yes. So those can be arguments. Just I am calling this function and returning that value. That is clear now? How? So आप properly check कर लो just a second. हाँ just simple interest. So here you need to add proper password actually. Check your password spelling whether it is proper. Okay, here you have given. So here check this about. Yeah, let me check this authenticator function. Let me check this function because then it will work. So ये अगर आपने edit भी किया रहेगा ना. So username star arguments and star keyword arguments. So let me run all the cells below from here. Let me just run all the cells below from here. So आपने दो functions create किए यहाँ पे. ऊपर एक और ऑथेंटिकेट फंक्शन है डबल क्रिएट किया है बट नहीं इसलिए नहीं एरर रहेगा लेट मी रन ऑल दिस सेल्स बिलो तो अगर आपने बाद में एडिट किया रहेगा ना तो प्रॉपर नहीं आएगा सो हियर यू डोंट नीड टू गिव द पासवर्ड हियर inside function no need to give password as input that will be considered as a keyword argument from that authentication. So password have I given another function. So see here no need to give the password. Password is not required. That is because here I don't need to give the password. It will be considered in authenticated. So if you write like this, then only it will. Sorry, here it is showing login successful, but what error it is showing? Principal is not defined. So principal is not defined. So see here principal by variable value is not significant principal. It is in this variable. So give that proper and the rate of interest it is not in I. Where what variables you are deciding? P and R. So you should give that proper variable. P R and this is correct now. Now P and R by 100 and I is equal to P and R by 100. Amount equal to P plus Q. So interest on so now if you execute this will be fine. So see it is working. So give that correct attributes.
फंक्शंस में दिया है ना तो यहाँ पे
Okay, I think most of you have completed up to here. So I'm starting next topic in 5 minutes. Okay, so I think most of you have completed up to here. जिनका भी थोड़ा बहुत पार्ट पेंडिंग है वो आप बाद में परफॉर्म कर लो. Let us see one practical example of a class, how I can use this class actually. So let's say I am working on a bank website. So it is better to write a code in a class manner. So how I can write that? For example, let's say I have a simple bank account I'm considering. So why should we use the classes, the bank website, whatever website or the software? It will be easy to maintain and update. This is the advantage of using the classes. It will be easier to maintain and update. That is why we are going to use our custom classes here. So let's say I have bank account. So attributes, what are the attributes of a bank account? It has account number, account holder name, and balance. These are going to be the attributes of your bank account. So here in a bank account, you can do three things. You can deposit money into the account in your own account, means adding money into your own account. You can withdraw the money or remove the money from own account, and you can transfer the money to another account. So add money in another person's account and deduct the balance from your account. So you can perform these three things in an account. So let's say I want to create a bank website and let it handle this balance internally. So let's say I want to create this class now. This bank class this bank account class I want to create. So let's say this is a bank account class example. So here, this type of class I want to create. So here, first of all, I will create one class account. So it is a savings account. I'm not considering a loan account, CC account. It is a basic savings account, normal account. So here, class account I have created. Then here, first of all, I need to define the attributes. Always, first function which I am going to define here is a constructor function. Define underscore double underscore init double underscore. Then self, it has account number. So let me add account number, then name of the person, and finally I want to also add balance. So these are the attributes of my class. So AC, so I will just write self dot account number equal to account number, then self dot name equal to name, and self dot balance equal to balance. So these are my internal attributes. I will press enter, then give the proper indentation. For next function, for deposit function, I will add define deposit. Then how much money you want to deposit. So I will add this self, and then amount you need to provide, right? How much money you are depositing, that amount you need to provide. Then I will just update my balance. So self dot balance is equal to, so in deposit money, what is going to happen is self dot balance plus the amount. Just add that amount into that self dot balance. And finally, bank will also print you one message. You will get one message like this. So money credited into account. So whatever the account number. Money of, so whatever the amount INR credited into the account number. And also the bank message also shows you the current balance. So current balance, it is stored in which variable? Self dot balance. This is how I can deposit the money here. I can deposit the money easily here. No conditions I need to check for depositing. So then next I can define. So let's say withdraw function. I want to withdraw the cash from any ATM. So here also I will require self and some amount I want to withdraw. So here I need to check. Let's say my account has balance 2000 and I'm trying to withdraw 5000. Is it possible? So amount जो होना चाहिए वो balance से कम ही होना चाहिए आपका. Balance से ज्यादा अगर रहता है तो आप withdraw नहीं कर पाओगे. So same condition I am going to check here. If self dot balance is greater than or equal to amount, only then perform your transaction. Only then self dot balance is equal to self dot balance minus amount. This time आपके balance से amount क्या होगा? Subtract होगा withdraw करने के बाद. Then here I will just again print same type of statement. This time print money of amount INR with is debited or withdrawn from your account, or you can also write debited from your account. So account number I will write. So I don't want. Then I will also show the current balance here. Print with f string current balance. It is stored inside. So here also I need to add INR. So current balance is again self dot balance. This is it INR. So if my condition is true, it will give me like this, or else. So I also need to provide else clause to this. If else, if this condition is false, this means that this insufficient balance in your account. So I will write like this with f string insufficient balance in account, whatever the account number. And also I will show current balance again here. Print with f string current balance. It is stored in self dot balance. This will be in INR. So this is my withdraw function. So here I have created this deposit and withdraw. Now let's discuss about the transfer function. So one more function I want to, yes.
Number to the self dot account.
Self dot account number, correct. Sorry, I forgot here. It is self dot account number. Directly account number nahi add karna. It should be self dot account number. So everywhere you should write self dot account number whenever you are making use of the attributes. So these are my attributes. So making use of any of this, it should be self dot variable name. So once this is done, final function same at same indentation define. So this should be transfer. So same, I will have self and I need to transfer some amount. I also require on which account I want to transfer. So account number 2. This is the, or let me write this as transfer account number. So transfer TRAC is the account where I want to transfer the amount. So I require account number for the another account. So here also imagine if you are having only 2000 rupees as balance, you are trying to transfer 3000 rupees. Is that going to occur? No. So here also you need to check if my balance is more than, so self dot balance is greater than or equal to amount. This I need to check. Only then self dot balance from the current account, this account, self dot balance equal to self dot balance minus. So from your account, the money is deducted. So your account, the money is deducted. And here the another, this is also just like an account. So this is another account. You can make use of any attributes from above. So here what I am going to do, this is the transaction account. So transaction account is equal to transaction account dot balance is equal to transaction account dot balance plus amount. It is going to be there. Here I am going to print. This is the message for your account only. What message you are going to get. So as soon as you transfer the money, so money of amount INR debited from your account number, AC number to this account. From your account number to the another person's account is TR account. Sorry, self dot AC number, self dot account number, and to TRAC dot account number, transfer account dot account number. This is my first statement, and here I will also write the current balance in your account. So this is message which is bank sending to you, and the current balance will be stored for you will be, for you it is going to be self dot balance. This is in INR again. Else I will write insufficient balance in the account. So here also I should write self dot. So wherever I am writing that account number, write self dot account number. Print with F string again insufficient balance in account. So self dot account number. This is my insufficient balance, and also I will print the current balance. It is stored in self dot balance. This will be in INR. So once this is done, all my classes are created now here, and all the functions are also written here. So this account has been created. Let's say, let me create two different account numbers. Let us say AC1 account number 1 is equal to account. So here what attributes are required? Account number, let's say 123 is the account number. Name of the person Utkarsh, you can add any name, or let me add Sarthak. And then what is the current balance? Let's say current balance for his account is 5,000. This is my first account. So if I check here, I can check all the attributes. AC1 dot account number, if I check, it will give me his account number. If I want to check name of the person, it will give me name of the person. If I want to check current balance, it will be stored in AC1 dot balance. So these are the account number, name, and balance. This I have stored inside this class. Now let's say Sarthak wants to deposit some amount in his account. So what I will do? AC1 dot deposit. So currently balance is 5,000. So AC1 dot deposit, let us say he decided to deposit 1,500 into his account. So as soon as I execute this, so it will show money of 1,500 credited into the account 123. Current balance is now how much? 6,500. So now if you check the account, no, AC1 dot, if I check the balance, how much I am getting? 6,500. This balance of this account got changed. So this is how I can change that balance account. Now let's say I want to withdraw some amount. So AC1 dot, I have withdraw function here. So AC1 dot withdraw. So here, see what happens if I try to take 10,000 out of this account. So is it possible? So here if I write that amount I need to enter here. Only amount I need to enter. How much I want to withdraw? 10,000 amount I want to take from the ATM, let's say. As soon as I execute, it will show insufficient balance in the account numbered 1, 2, 3. So current balance is only 6,500. So after seeing this message, so let's say Sarthak decided I want to withdraw only 4,000 INR, let's say. So what he will do, AC1 dot, now this time he will withdraw only 4,000 rupees from the ATM. So as soon as I execute this withdraw function, so money of 4,000 INR debited from your account 1, 2, 3. Or withdrawn, you can also write the simple statements here instead of credited or debited. So debited from your account and current balance is 2,500 INR. So this is my current balance. Now if you see AC1 dot balance, it will show 2,500. Automatically this balance got changed. So now let us create another account. So account 2 is equal to, so account 2, let me add, let's say this is again uses account, and if you check type of account 1, it will show as underscore underscore main. It is belonging to the account class. So this AC1 variable belongs to the class account. Then let us create one more object here, AC2. This is the object. This is second account. Let us create here. Then it is equal to account. So here also you can also write like this, account number. So if you want to write in any order, just write the attributes like this. So name equal to, let us say, Priyanka. Then account number is equal to, let's say, 789, and I want to have so balance of the account. So let us say she has 7,500 or 7,600 as the balance, initial balance she has added. So here this also belongs to the class account. So both AC1 and AC2 belong to the class account. So here also I can check all the attributes. AC2.name if I want to check. This is name of that second person. If I want to check account number, 789 is the account number. If I want to check the balance from this account, current balance is 7,600. Let's say now here this here Priyanka AC2 want to transfer money. So AC2 wants to transfer to account 1. So Priyanka wants to transfer some of her money to account 1, let's say. So here what is going to, how I'm going to apply AC2 dot, I have a transfer function here. So here what I need amount. So let's say amount. So amount is my variable is equal to, here if you press shift tab you will get that variable name here I've declared as amount, and transfer account is that whatever AC1 I had created. So let's say amount, let's say 2,000 I want to transfer. Amount of 2,000 I want to transfer to, transfer account is stored in AC1. So to AC1 I want to transfer. So as soon as I execute this, so money of 2,000 debited from your bank account 789, it debited into which account? 1, 2, 3, and so the current balance is 5,600 INR. So 5,600 INR. This current balance is for which? Now if you check balance for AC2.balance, it will show as 5,600. But if you check AC1.balance now, what was the previous balance? If you see, after withdrawing, the balance of latest balance of this account was 2,500. Now it should be 4,500. Check AC1.balance. So see, it is showing as 4,500. So now another case, what if now AC1 wants to transfer, account 1 wants to transfer. This is also very easy. So here instead of AC2 now I will write. So check the balance here. I have the balance already 4,500. So let's say by mistake if I want to transfer. So can Sarthak transfer amount of 7,000 to Priyanka? Is it possible? So current balance is only 4,000. Let me apply. Let's see what happens if I try to transfer this amount. So transfer, first of all, I need to give amount directly also I can give. So 7,000 I'm giving, and from this I want to transfer to the account 2. So as soon as I execute, so it will, what message it is showing? Insufficient balance in the account 123. Current balance is only 4,500 INR. So then Sarthak decides to give only 4,000 rupees to Priyanka. So how it will transfer? So AC1 dot transfer, apply 4,000 amount and transfer this to account number 2. So as soon as I execute this, so money of 4,000 debited from the account 123. This got credited. This got added into the account 789. So current balance of this account is how much? 500 INR only. So from 4,000, if you from this amount, if you reduce 4,500 is the current balance. So if you check AC1 dot balance here, sorry, balance, it is 500. But see, here previous balance was 5,600. So 4,000 should get added here. So it will become 9,600. Let us check now AC2 dot balance. So see here, 4,000 got added because I had transferred the money here. This is how so there can be during a day there can be multiple customers. A bank can have multiple customers. Just if you see for HDFC Bank, no. Just for HDFC Bank, if you see 71 million customers are there. So it is very easy to make use of classes inside your code. It is very easy to call this transfer, withdraw, and you can apply this here. Transfer, withdraw, and deposit. Any function will be there. So easily this your code will be able to handle millions of data very easily. Just you need to provide. And also there are some checks and balances I have added here. So checks I have added already here. I am always checking whether the balance is greater than amount for withdraw and transfer function. So it will transfer only when it will not transfer when you are having insufficient balance in the account. It will transfer only when you have some sufficient balance. So it will be able to, you will be able to handle multiple customers easily with help of this classes. So this is clear to all of you. Okay, so this is the practical application. So internally, you can use this code. The bank may be using this code for the website. So I will just share this code with you. And one more thing, actually, one assignment I need to give to you. So you need to create a class triangle with 3 sides. So you can give any name actually. Here, those side names are A, B, and C are the 3 side names. So all 3 sides I'm taking 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Like this 3 sides I'm taking from a triangle. You need to write a function. So you can give any function name depending on your requirement. So does those sides form a triangle? This you need to check. Then if it forms a triangle, then show the perimeter of the triangle. This is second function. Perimeter is another function. Third function I need to add in the triangle class. Calculate the area of triangle with help of Heron's formula. So these 3 functions I need to create. Give the function any name according to your requirement. So you can give any function name. So this function name I can. So you give any function name that is dependent on you. So this will be the assignment for you. Solution we will discuss tomorrow itself. So this is the assignment for you. You perform this, create this class. So assignment. And here I will add that assignment here. Create this class triangle with 3 sides. So A, B, and C are nothing but 3 sides of the triangle. So let me share you this file. So tomorrow we'll discuss about that triangle class, how to create that class. So that is assignment. So this is the practical for today. And also, I am sharing these notes for you. So this is your notes for today. So perform this practical, and if you are having any queries, you can ask me now related to class.